Hello everyone, it's Chelsea from Paper Octio Studio, and I'm so happy because it's February and I like hearts and pink and things like that, and I'm just free to use it. Free to use however many hearts and pink things and sparkly things as I want. Which, I mean, I always am, but I try to do some other stuff besides that. But yeah, really happy about it. So this is another installation of tags from the desk. And this is my bin of stuff that gets left over from projects. It accumulates. I had to get a bigger bin because it got so accumulative. So what I'm doing is just going through, picking out bits and bobs of things that I might want to use on my tag. And even picking out a tag because there's several tags that have been experimented on or sprayed or whatever in there that have never been finished. So that's one of these. This was actually sent to me by somebody else with a note on the back. I have no idea what that pink stuff is. I don't know if it's spray. I don't know if it's paint, but it kind of seems like some sort of a spray because of the application of it. And I am just going to do some collage, starting out with some tissue paper scraps. The first one is one that I received from someone else that is really cool, and I wished I could find a package of it myself. Had mandalas on it and all type of stuff. Really cool. Used it on a canvas some time ago, and that's just the few little bits that are left, which are in my bin. I also have some paper, some tissue paper that is from, I think it's from Hazel and Ruby, and it's got text and music on it. And then the last one is one that's from Canvas Corp Brands, and it's got kind of a, I don't know, I'd call that a Victorian pattern of some sort on it. And then this is a little doily that I actually brought home from a meal that I had. I thought it was pretty, and so it has some bits and bobs of it left. Still some left after this. So I collaged it on as well. And then I'm just trimming off the excess, and I have a good, cool little background. So simple. And these are all pieces that would have just been thrown away. This piece I printed out off of graphicstock.com when I did a sponsored video from them. They have all kinds. If you don't draw, you should go check out Graphicstock because they have thousands and thousands of images that you can print out and use. And I used it for whatever project that was. I think it was an art journal page. And there was some left over. And of course it sat on my desk and then I threw it in the bin. Has little dogs on it. And I thought that would be cute because, February has Valentine's Day, and Valentine's Day is about love. And so I thought I would do something with love theme. Then I had this girl that I had cut out for something probably during November last year during the art journaling every day. I cut her out to try her out for some project I was doing and then didn't use it. And it's from a fashion magazine, it's one of the beautiful people. And she's got a lace dress on, and I thought, oh, I got a lace doily, I got some lace dress, that would be good. So I decided to put on the girl, and she's petting a little pug dog. And it's a cute little picture of a pug. And then I'm cutting out a few of these little, I saw some words that said sloppy kisses, from dogs obviously, but I thought, oh, that's great to go with the theme of the tag. So I cut that out, and then treats, of course, candy during Valentine's Day, so treats. And I think the other one is, gosh, I don't know what the other little phrase is, but it all has to do with dogs. And so I cut those 3 little phrases out. Then I decided to make some hearts, and just using papers that coordinate with my background that I had picked out several of the pink type scraps that I had, and kind of was already thinking about hearts and Valentines and stuff like that before I even started the project. So yeah, because it's February. There's also a lot of birthdays in our family in February. There's 3, like right back to back to back. and one of them is on Valentine's Day, so that's a really crazy busy time for our family. Got to make lots of cakes and treats and stuff, and yeah. So then I'm just collaging on my little hearts and the phrases that I cut out from the doggy graphic sheet. And that's pretty much all the things I'm going to collage on. And I've got to get it good and dry because I'm going to start my next thing, which is, well, first I'm going to go around the edges with some black ink just to finish off and close in the composition. I like boxes and edges and outlines and things like that. So just did that using an art sponge and some archival ink. Then I'm going to get out my Pit brush pens. These are a brush marker with India ink on the inside, so they're permanent. And I'm going to do some coloring. Got to color in my dog. I'm going to use several different colors and blending on my dog because it's completely white. It also has white gesso on it because I can feel the gritty tooth on the paper as I'm coloring. So I must have sealed it in order to use it for whatever collaging I was doing before so that the ink from the printer didn't run. So I'm using a darker pen and then blending it out with a lighter pen to give a good smooth blend on the markers. These markers are juicy and they stay wet for a couple seconds. You can blend it with your finger if you want to, but in this case I'm just blending with the lighter color pen to give my shadows and highlights. And then I'm going to use gray, varying shades of gray to go around my girl and dog to blend them in to the background so they don't look like they're so pasted on. It's a good way to do it. I started out with a warm medium gray and then I moved to a darker gray, and I'm blending as I go with my finger a little bit. Also making somewhat of a shadow under the dog so that it has something to stand on, so it's not floating in space. Not an astronaut, it's just a puppy. So if you're enjoying this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment, tell me how much you like hearts and Valentines. Subscribe if you haven't already, and share if you want to. These things really help my channel by letting YouTube know that I'm making something valuable and they can recommend it to someone else. So always happy when you guys do that, and I'm happy to hear from you, and I always answer all my comments. So I did a little bit of coloring in of some of the letters and finished my shadows and everything around the hearts. And then I have this fluorescent pink high flow paint from Golden, and I'm just using it as splatters because it's such a pretty bright fluorescent crazy pink. So I liked it as an option for my splatters over my tag. And I'm making sure that it's not on the girl's face or the dog, so don't want it to be on those parts. Adding a few more colors for variation to the little dog with some more pen work. And then, I'm just saving the paint. I'll let that dry on that deli paper and use it for a collage some other time. Maybe on a tag from the desk, who knows? I think I'm going to put this tag in my Life 2017 journal that I'm making for the year as a decorative element, because I did that with the January tag that I made and I really liked the effect. So I backed the tag with some black glossy cardstock and punched the hole back out just to give it an edge. This is a little scrap of lace left over from my Pick-a-Stick challenge from last month that was on the desk. Hadn't even gotten into the bin yet. It was still on the actual desk. And then I just grabbed a piece of narrow grosgrain ribbon, and then this is the baker's twine that I bought at the dollar store during the dollar store challenge last month, and I didn't ever use it. Has 3 spring colors, and one of them is pink, so I thought that would make a cute little addition to my ribbons on my tag. Then to finish off, I am writing down some journaling of what I was thinking when I made this, which is, even the beautiful people need puppy love. Because, you know, she's a model, she's got everything, but she still might need puppy love. Animals love you unconditionally, even if you don't love yourself. So I'm writing that on with an extra fine nib from my illustration markers. I will link whatever things that I used that weren't from the desk below, so you can use my links. And that's it for me. Thanks. Bye-bye.